Hi everybody, welcome to my page Kush Smasher. My name is Mike. Now before we start, let me tell you this is my first video. It's done through my phone. I have no mic. Lighting is okay. And I have no editing software, so there will be bloopers. Today I'm going to just show you the process of how I'll press flour into rosin. So just a few things. Disclaimer, I am pressing today Grandpa's stash. This is from my own plant that I grew in 2022. I gave about 1/8 of a pound to my friend Carol, and her husband really enjoy it. They've come over, we've dabbed together. Now they would like to have a little bit of rosin at home so that they can use with their rosin dab rig. So I've done a lot of prep just to cut on time on the video. So this is one of the bags that I use. It is, I buy dab press filter bags. Also, I'm not endorsed. There's no promotion here. I'm not getting paid for using their product. I just really do like it. It's very sturdy compared to some of the other brands, but there are many out there. So she handed me a little bit of bag. There happened to be 29 grams. Well, we're just going to press two at two different heats. Now, one of the things I do want to mention is that if you weigh your flour, you bring it to me. I'll weigh it before I start anything anyways, just to make sure that we're on the same ball game here. But one of the things is, if you give me a bunch of flour and it hasn't been broken down, like I got a nugget that was, well, that was in here. That's at least 3 inches, I think. Look at some of this. Like, this is big. If I press your flour and I've got twigs like this, it potentially can break the bag. If it breaks the bag, now plant matter will flow into your rosin. This is a 120 micron bag that I'm using today. I use all sorts of different micron bags depending on the product that I'm working with. And today we're going to do two presses. The first one will be at 180 Fahrenheit. Second one, going to go to, we'll just do 200. I found that, wow, I've pressed a good 200 grams of this before, and I know exactly what pressure and what temperature gives the most yield. Now, I know for a fact that pressing it at 180, I'm not going to get the yield that I'm going to get at 200. But what I will get is possibly a slightly lighter color and a product that's going to have a lot more aroma, especially a lot more terps. Anyways, I'm going to show you the whole process here, and the plates are heated. I'm going to show you, so I can't flip the camera. This is not good. So this is my press, and I got here the dab rig plates. They're already on. See the preset. I know the camera's reversed, but it's not 81, it's 180. And I'm probably going to press at about 1.8 tons. Now, it's not 1.8 tons on the flour. That's 1.8 tons in the press. It's all been pre-calculated. We're looking at about, I think, 800 psi on the flour. So let's get going. Let's see. So parchment paper first blooper. So I press vertically rather than horizontally. A lot of people way before me have done tons of tests and trials and kept data, and it's shown that if you do it vertically, you'll get slightly more yield. So why not, right? I mean, every 0.1 gram counts in this. So let's see. So there you go. Everything is set up. And the reason why 7 grams is all I put in a bag is for this very reason right here. Oh, sorry, you can't see me. Is because there's about an inch and 7/16 of an inch gap between the plates. Any more than 7 grams, I have to pre-press to then press. So, all right. And the pressing time is around 2 minutes. Well, what I do is I like to heat up the flour before the final pressure is put down. And the timer does not count, doesn't start counting until there's at least all the pressure that's been applied and the press is not releasing. So what I do is I look at my gauge and I know, okay, so like right now, just gotta let it heat up a little bit. There you go. And what the preheating does is that it allows all the concentrate to start moving a little bit, you know. It's listening to the music, it's deciding if it's gonna go dance on the floor. So we're trying to entice it to come to us. Now I'm just playing with my daughter's phone here just so I can put a timer. So 30 seconds have gone by approximately. So now I start putting on the pressure. There you go. So I hit 2 tons and it's pressing down, and now the needle is going down a little bit. And that's only because now as the material has pressed down, there's less pressure touching the material. So you see now I'm gonna go back down. So we're at 1.8. I start my timer. I usually would show you what's coming out, but at this temperature you don't get this huge flow that comes down like some other videos you're going to see. That rosin really coming down and flowing is beautiful, but I found that when you're hitting 180 Fahrenheit, it's very slow, and you may need to add a little bit more pressure. But once we do the other one at 200, pretty sure you're gonna see some of that rosin just flow through. It's wonderful to watch. So anyways, there's still a whole other minute. I'm gonna pause the video. There's no sense for me just to chatter and bore you with whatever stories I've got. All right, so we're back. At this point, just release some of the pressure. There you go. And you can see, oh, look at that. Oh yeah. Can you see that? That's wonderful. That's if there's any leftovers. There you go. All right, so I'm just gonna pause the video. I'm gonna go get a cool plate. This will allow me to get the rosin off the parchment paper because right now it's really gooky. So see you in a bit. All right, so we're back. So I got the cold plate, and now I'm just gonna take the rosin right off. Let me set up the camera. So one of the things I've noticed with Grandpa's stash is it is gummy. It is very, very gummy. So the cold plate, what it does is that, sorry, my hands, what it does is it firms it up, and it's just easier for me to get all of that wonderful rosin off the paper and to the customer. No waste. So yeah, so talking about the twigs earlier, now I just forget if I've mentioned it. One of the things too is I measured them, and it came up to 1.3 grams. So those 1.3 grams of those twigs in the batch that Carol gave me. Now I ended up with 2 bags of 7 grams, so 14 grams. So she gave me 15.3. Typically that would be 3 presses because I don't press more than 7 grams at a time. If you show up and you give me X amount, I'll weigh it. I'll let you know. Also, I'll weigh it right in front of you if we're here. If not, well, I'll just let you know. And hopefully, whatever I weigh is just really close to what you weighed if you weighed it. But I'm not gonna press the twigs. So if there's a lot of twigs in your buds, just know that I'm gonna take them out and they won't get pressed. So if you give me 50 grams and I pull out 3 grams of twigs, it's still a 50 gram batch. I have to go through the whole bag and break it down. Now you don't need to break it down, but if you have 2-3 inch nuggets, just know that I'm gonna have to break it down. And all right, it's done. There's nothing left on this piece of parchment. That's now garbage. Oh, now look at this. Can it get it? Look at that. Beautiful. I've had someone say, why do you work with gloves? Well, I'm not smoking this. This is not mine. And it is really sticky stuff. So now comes the time. What I do is I won't measure. Well, yes, I do. I'll measure each press of a strain that I've never pressed or a strain from a customer I've never pressed, because if I grow Grandpa's stash, you grow Grandpa's stash, we're going to have 2 different plants anyways. I put certain nutrients, you put certain nutrients, you may not put nutrients, I may forget, we may forget to water. So no 2 plants is the same, but look. So let's see. I don't entirely believe. I think I didn't tear properly. Right. No, I did. All right. I like using this silicone. See how gummy that is? That's why I use this silicone mat. It's wonderful. 0.8 grams from a 7-gram batch. That was at 180 Fahrenheit. So that's just above the 10% yield that I have consistently gotten with this strain that I grew. So this strain, this plant specifically, it's always been between, if I remember correctly, 10.2 and 14% extract rates. So it all depends the quality of the buds. Were they small? Were they low buds? Was they like from your from the cones? So anyways, that's the first press. I'm going to pause this and set up the second press. You've seen it the first time, so let's save on time and see you in a bit. All right, everybody, welcome back. So we're ready to press down. I've loaded the press, and as you can see, it's 200. It looks reverse, maybe like 5 degrees, but it's not. So we're gonna go ahead and do exactly what I did earlier. I just press it down a little bit, and there you go. Just to heat up that nugget, again, just get those concentrates just starting to get off the couch, and there you go. Just get them going. I like to wait a little 30 seconds in there. So yeah, so each press from literally folding the corners of the bag, getting everything ready, getting everything up to temperature, making sure there's no big stems in the bag. I don't know. We're looking 5, 6, 7 minutes per press, and then collecting. So each bag is probably about a 10 minutes worth of work. Yeah, doesn't seem like much, but trust me, I've had I had a 1-pound batch that I did. Yeah. 10 minutes per bag doesn't seem like much, but when you have dozens and dozens. All right, so I think it's nice and warm. Let's start pressing. So as you can see, what I do is, for this one, it's calculated. I want it at 1.8, but what I'll do is, see, I'll bring it to 2 tons, and then slowly you'll see that needle coming down. But the 2-minute timer won't start until it stabilizes, and which I'm pretty sure it now has. Now you say, well, what? How do you know it's 1.8 and not 1.7? I don't. I really don't. But it's not a science that's going to destroy the product. I mean, there's a difference between 2 and 3 tons, but all right, there you go. So now I'm ready to start the timer. Oh, I gotta show you this. It's flowing. Look at this. Do you see that? Right here. Let me get. I don't want to touch with my. Yeah, I don't have my gloves on, but I had them until I pressed everything and took them off. I was sweating and hot. Look at that. Oh, look at this right here. Look at that. Oh. So now you can see what I meant earlier. It's darker and definitely flows a lot more. And we're going to get a bigger yield, but some of the flavors, some of the terps won't be present. Now, is it easy? Are you going to be able to know the difference? An experienced dabber will. So let's see where we're at in time here. All right, I'm just going to pause. I'm going to come back once this is done. All right, timer went off. So it's time to let the pressure off. And let's get this here. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Absolutely beautiful. So I'll get right back to you. All right, everybody, we're back. Look at this. Let's see. Oh, this is fantastic. So this is exactly what 200 Fahrenheit will get you. It's very nice and terpy, but not as much as 180. Now, let's see what our yield was. There you go. .9. Earlier we had 0.8. So yeah, when I say there's a slight difference, that's exactly what I mean. So this is what Carol got. I sell these for $3. They're 5. They can hold 5 milliliters, but they can hold a lot of rosin, tell you that much. So look at this. That is, yeah, that's 3 presses. Right there is 21 grams of flour, and I could put easily another 4 presses. I can probably put another 28 grams of flour resin into this. And just cap it. I keep mine in the fridge, take it out 30 minutes before I want to use it, and you're good to go. So yeah, this Grandpa Stash is it's like toffee. It's caramel, it's molasses, it is sticky, but this one, and I can't wait to work with some of the other products. I know that someone is bringing me some Jean-Guy, wonderful. That's a wonderful sativa strain. I love it. It's really popular here in the Ottawa region. Most stores have it, so I got someone bringing some. Once I get it, I'll definitely let you know. Probably make a little quick video about it, and yeah, we'll go from there. So hit subscribe, follow me, send me some questions, and most of all, bring me your product, and I'll send you home with some rosin. All right, you take care.